Hi guys, today I'm going to be giving my opinions on the 1.0 Origin Realms update. This update is yet to release, so I'm going to be telling you how you can prepare, what we can expect from the update, and what you should do once the update releases. Anyway, let's jump into it. Origin Realms recently updated to 0.10.0. With this update came 100 new furniture items and 10 new themes rotating through the furniture store on a daily basis. At 6 AM every day, the store will close and a new theme with all new furniture will take its place. But now that 0.10.0 has released, it is only a matter of time before full release 1.0.0 goes live. And that's what this video is here for. So without further ado, here is how to prepare for the 1.0.0 Origin Realms update. Resource Worlds versus Adventure Worlds. This new update will completely overhaul the Navigator menu, replacing Resource Worlds with Adventure Worlds. These new Adventure Worlds would operate exactly the same as the current Resource World, with a handful of differences. Namely, there will be multiple Adventure Worlds, they will scale in difficulty, and certain content will only be accessible in certain worlds. This will allow for tons of progression with segmented content, rewarding long-time players with better rewards and a bigger challenge. Along with a bigger challenge, specific content such as mobs, dungeons, structures, and items will be locked behind progression walls. Maybe certain crafting materials are only available in the second adventure world and up. Maybe a dungeon such as the Snow-Swept Peaks will only be found from the third and above. This change allows for thousands of hours worth of content to be made at a much faster pace. The all-new badge system. As mentioned by Arrays, the plan is to overhaul progression with a new badge system. In-game right now, there are many NPCs around the Origin Isles mentioning how they are either working on badges, looking for new recruits soon. These are all in reference to the new update, and whilst we don't currently know how it will end up working, I do have some theories on what the three most likely outcomes for this system are. Firstly is an XP based system. This would work by every task or action giving you a certain amount of XP. Once enough XP of a certain type was collected, a badge would be gained and your overall level would increase by 1. Another possibility is a collection based system, whereby killing X amount of mob gives you a bronze mob slayer badge, or farming X amount of a crop gives you the bronze crop farmer badge. This system would allow for many routes to be taken into leveling your character up, meaning that later game areas could be reached by just focusing on the tasks you enjoy. My final idea for this system is a combination from both. This would mean completing a badge would reward you with XP, and after a certain amount of XP, you would level up. Personally, I like all of these ideas, but I am most confident in the collection-based system, due to it allowing for the most expansion, with new skills easily slotting into this system. What will the skills be? Due to this server being so custom, there is a potential for many different overarching skills. However, my best guess for what these skills will be are combat, killing mobs, mining ores, husbandry, farming custom crops, farming normal crops, exploration, traveling distance in the adventure worlds, lumbering, chopping logs, fishing, and dungeoneering, completing dungeon runs. Depending on this video's reception, I will go through and explain how to prepare for these skills, and once the update is officially out, I will make a tutorial on the best ways to farm each badge, to assist you in progressing through the game. What we know about dungeons. Most of the information we have on dungeons is in picture form. Although dungeons was discussed during the first community stage event, due to there being no images or videos to back up what was said, I'll be referring to what is confirmed first and foremost. The main thing we know is what the first dungeon will be, the Arid Mineshaft. Most likely being found in a savanna, this dungeon will contain many of the iguanos, the natives to the biome. These creatures, along with melee attacks, will be able to throw spears and conjure spells in an attempt to stop you reaching the end of the dungeon, so bringing a stronger ranged weapon is a must. Along with this, we can see a short whirlwind or tornado that is either a passive challenge in the dungeon or a spell casted by the Iguano mages. Other than this image, there are only two things we know about dungeons, and these are that each dungeon will require a specific level to enter, and number 2, rewards are the same no matter the size of the party, so fewer players means more rewards for everyone participating. Now that that's over with, it's time to discuss how to survive in dungeons and what you should start preparing with. How to prepare for dungeons. To make this more accessible, I will divide this section into 3 categories: beginner, intermediate, and expert. At a beginner level, I would suggest having at minimum platinum gear and a platinum sword. Golden apples will also help to keep you alive in dungeons, but if you are new to the game, this is sort of the best gear you would expect to have. For intermediate players, I would highly suggest having enchants of a decent level, including protection, mending, unbreaking, sharpness, double strike, and leech. Due to there potentially not being a place to mend gear in the dungeon, bringing mending could be vital for staying alive the whole time. Along with this, protection allows for much more commitment when attacking mobs, allowing for solo attempts on mini-bosses or potentially even the whole dungeon. On top of this, brewing potions like strength and instant health could come in clutch for tough monsters, so I would suggest these two, however these aren't as vital. Finally is the expert category. If you are a late game player with a lot of time on the game, this category is for you. I would highly suggest having maximum enchants on all of your gear. Also, a use of totems of undying and totems of keeping would be a necessity. Due to the gear you bring into the fight being so expensive, losing these items would be a tragedy, so however unlikely death may be, preparing for every possibility is always a good idea. Last but not least is Bewitched Potions, such as haste, speed, and health boost. These potions are only obtainable via looting and are highly valuable. Speed will allow for much greater movement throughout the dungeon, but are also good for running into and out of fights. Haste will allow you to swing faster, which is just a flat DPS increase, and health boost gives you 4 regeneratable hearts, which is a game changer considering you normally have 10, and is just a flat 40% health increase. Conclusion. All in all, I hope you enjoyed this video and found it useful. Depending on the reception, I will keep making guides to Origin Realms. I will also make a video showcasing the 1.0 update once it releases, so keep an eye out for that. Anyways, thank you for watching, and enjoy the rest of your day.